Hi guys, and welcome to my very first silicone mould making experience. I am using Let's Resin's silicone mould maker kit, and also I have bought the housing and using the damming tape as well, which I've got to say worked amazing. I didn't use the double-sided tape that comes with the housing, but I will of course use that for something else. So you'll see me here look at this like, what am I doing? Which bit goes where? I was going to cut this bit out and I thought, no, this was real. This was literally the first time I opened the box, the first time I looked at what I was doing with it. And I thought, let's show what actually it's like from scratch. And you know what? It's really, really straightforward. I was so impressed with how this stood up. Look, upside down, back to front. I was so impressed with how well this held in the silicone. Not a single spill or leak. Super impressed. I'm buzzing from the experience. So just putting this together, it just takes a minute. I only need a small space because I'm just doing a really simple one for my first one. I want to make sure that I don't waste too much silicone. So if this goes wrong, I'm limited kind of any sort of wastage. But I'm pleased to say it did not go to waste, although I probably could have used a little bit less. So I'm just popping in there to see if I've got enough space in the housing. And what I'm going to be using is an acrylic blank of an awareness ribbon. That is what I really do focus on in terms of my crafting, mainly around endometriosis awareness. And this awareness ribbon is something which I sell a lot of. I do already use silicone moulds, but I decided that I wanted to make one myself. So here I'm just using the damming tape that you would normally use for jewellery. I'm not sure if people normally use it for mould making, but it seemed obvious for me. So just taking off here the protective covers. I keep these on just to make sure that there's no fingerprints and sort of dirt that gets on these before I go to use them. So just going to pop that on and push it down really hard. I tried really hard to make sure I didn't get any marks on it at all. So as you can see, I've used gloves this whole time. So I have measured out part A and part B, and I thought I don't want it to be really boring and clear. I won't be using it for UV resin, so I've added some blue. What you will see off camera is I actually had a little bit of mica powder too, because I thought that looked really, really washed out. So when you see that in a second, once I've done some stirring, you will see that it's a bit darker, and I probably put, I don't know, 1/4 teaspoonful of blue mica powder in. Why I chose blue, I don't know, because you can't really see what I'm doing when I'm using the levelling board and the tape. Again, lesson learned. So this is sped up by 4 times. I'm not stirring it that fast, and you can see there that all of a sudden got quite a lot darker. So just making sure that I'm scraping the edges of the cup, making sure that there are no clumps and it's nice and mixed, and that the air bubbles are left to degas. And just going in here with a really thin stream from quite high up, probably about a foot off of the table. I've seen many people do these, and this is what they say works, and it absolutely does. So just popping that in there and trying to keep it in one place so that the silicone finds its own space. Running a cocktail stick around the edge, didn't know if I needed to do that, but I thought I'd do it with resin, why not? So it was a really good seal, no bubbles, so I definitely would do that again. So I left it for about 3 hours. As you can see here, I thought, oh, maybe it isn't cured. It was very sticky, so I thought I'd try it this way. And I took the mould housing off first, and it came away like a dream. And thought, well, it's definitely cured. Let's actually put some welly into this, and I know that I can't break it. So as you can see, it just pops out. There's no underspill. Tiny bit of tidying up needs to be done. But for me, I am very pleased with how this come out. What do you think? Thanks, guys.